Well, a new exhibit at the Honolulu Museum of Art is taking a stroll through history.
That's right. It highlights the King Kalakaua era and reveals how Hawaii created a national identity through art and design. Kamaka Pili joins us live from the museum with more.
Good morning, ladies. Yes, we're here at the Honolulu Museum of Arts where a new exhibit had just opened and it's going to be lasting for a few months, so you're going to want to check it out. Hawaii's last male monarch, King David La'amea Kalakaua, was an era of significant change and evolution here within the islands. And of course, King Kalakaua, if you paid attention to our Aloha Authentic segments, we've talked about him in just for a little bit. And one of the things that he's definitely known for is his travels around the world. So let's just get straight to it. We have curator of this exhibit, Healoha Johnston. Good morning, Healoha.
Good morning.
So this, I mean, we were just taking a peek real quick, but it looks amazing. Can you give us the story behind where the idea of this exhibit came about from?
Sure. So this idea came about when I interviewed for this job, where I was really fascinated by the bold and fearless creativity that thrived under King Kalakaua, and the way that artists at that time, I think, have incredible resonance for artists today.
So we're looking at a map of King Kalakaua's 1881 world tour, where we mentioned he's the first head of any nation around the globe to do so. Can you share a little bit about this?
Sure. So in 1881, King Kalakaua circumnavigated the globe. He did this for many reasons, including to leverage the visibility, international visibility of Hawaii as a sovereign country.
And I'm sure during all those travels and traveling the oceans, meeting a lot of different people, he's come up with a lot of ideas to adopt, bring it back home. What are some things that included within that?
So when King Kalakaua traveled around the world, he realized that Hawaii had a lot to offer the world in terms of universal knowledge, especially in the sciences. He was very fascinated. He had a brilliant mind, curious individual, and he was interested in bringing together what was happening in technology around the world with the technology that already existed in Hawaii. And so he, as we all know, we often brag about, brought telephones and electricity to Hawaii, particularly to the palace, before a lot of other government buildings anywhere else in the world.
So are these that we're looking at the original telephones that was installed?
These are phones that were installed in his boathouse, and it's accompanied by a telephone directory. So you can actually, it's sort of like a who's who of Oahu there.
That's so interesting, and knowing that Iolani Palace was set up with telephone and running water before White House or even Buckingham Palace, so that's super interesting. Now there's this in the corner that, of course, is another interesting piece, and with less than a minute left, can you just explain maybe in 30 seconds what this is?
Sure. So this is a uniform. It was produced in London, tailored in San Francisco, and gifted from King Kalakaua to the diplomats who traveled with him on his world tour.
Now, this is just super interesting, especially thinking of the technology they had back in that time. Now, there's a lot of things to see. Why is this an exhibit that especially Hawaii residents have to check out?
This exhibition brings together never-before displayed artworks from across organizations. So Iolani Palace, Bishop Museum, Hawaii State Archives, and Hawaiian Mission Houses have all been lending collaborators to this exhibition.
Now, what is the timeline for this exhibition?
The exhibition runs through January 27th. Not only the exhibition, but also incredible programmings, including concert series, hula programs, not to be missed.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Healoha. So as you can see, there's a lot of relics and a lot of awesome vintage things here to check out, and of course, knowledge of our old times. So if you have a chance, come down, check out Honolulu Museum of Arts for the King Kalakaua era exhibition, and make sure you keep in tune with Take Two, as we're going to be checking out some more as we continue. With that, toss it back to you ladies in the studio.
Great place to learn. Thank you, Kamaka.
Good morning, ladies. Yes, we're here live at the Honolulu Museum of Arts, where the King Kalakaua era exhibit has just been launched this past weekend and is going to be standing for the next few months. So it's something you're definitely going to want to check out. We've been talking with Heloha Johnston, who's the curator here, and she joins us again. Good morning, Heloha. So we left off on the last segment talking more about politics, King Kalakaua's travels and journeys across the globe. One thing that we see here is a lot of the royal order designs. Now we see a lot of these images and pins that were in a lot of old photos. Can you share a little bit about what these pins are and what they represent?
The royal orders were diplomatic gifts. They were exchanged between heads of state, between members of government, and among people who'd been of service to government. And so King Kalakaua designed royal orders that included symbols referencing Hawaiian meaning. So the kahili, pulolo, of course, even Hawaiian words like Queen Kapiolani's motto. Kulioi Kanu'u adorns the royal orders that were designed and gifted as a way of translating Hawaiian meaning for the rest of the world.
Now, was this also a means of bringing Hawaii, this small little island and its people in the middle of the Pacific, to kind of keep them up with the rest of the evolving world outside of our islands?
This was a way to share Hawaii with the world and to situate Hawaii's independence more firmly within the national and international consciousness of other countries.
Awesome. So now, as we continue to journey around this exhibit, we see a lot more cultural pieces and definite art pieces with this featherwork, with photography, with especially this jewelry that has been passed down through generations from our ali'i till now. What is the hopes for our residents here when they leave this space? What are you hoping they walk away with?
I hope they walk away with a renewed understanding of just the vibrant spirit of the time and the liberties, the creative liberties and the fearlessness that our ali'i and the artists living at that time approached material culture.
Awesome. And actually looking at our actual jewelry pieces worn from our ali'i, like that feather lei from Queen Liliuokalani. Now, we were talking about Kalakaua, who's being this person ahead of his time, taking and evolving technology at that time to upkeep the Hawaiian people and the nation. What are, we're looking at some photography and photographs now. How was photography an important tool at that time?
It was a very important mechanism that Kalakaua used before others were doing so as a way of circulating positive images of Hawaii for the rest of the world to see. So you will see photographs of pa'u riders, for example, and if you look at those photographs, the women look very powerful, very assertive, and very strong. And this is how Hawaii was positioned within the world.
That's such a great point. Nowadays, we have that whole coin and that push for mana wahine, this women with a lot of power. And I think pa'u riding, especially with Aloha Week Festival, is coming around the corner, a great event nowadays that continue to perpetuate this ancient traditional art form. Now, especially real fast, within 30 seconds, what for children and keiki can they see here?
This exhibition is really about thinking about how Kalakaua's initiatives pertain to us today. We have an entire station devoted to music that was curated by DJ Mermaid. We also have royal orders on iPads that kids can design and adults can design for themselves.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Heloha. This is such an exciting exhibit. I'm super stoked. I'm such a history dork, so this kind of thing just gets me really excited. From politics to culture to practices in art, everything here for you at the King Kalakaua era exhibit here at the Honolulu Museum of Arts. Make sure you check it out. Check out our website for more information. Tossing it back to you guys in the Take Two studio.
Thank you, Kamaka.